Welcome to the Love Clarity Podcast, where you come to heal your relationship trauma and learn to love deeply without losing yourself. Welcome back to the Love Clarity Podcast. This is Sanya Bari, and if you're new here, this is a space where we talk about love, relationships, and the inner work required to live with clarity without abandoning yourself in the process. I created this podcast for people who are capable, thoughtful, and high functioning, and who still find themselves feeling unsettled, disconnected, or quietly exhausted by a life that looks successful on the outside. And in this space, we're not focused on fixing you, we're focused on helping you come back home to yourself so you can choose the love that heals over the love that hurts. Today, I want to talk about success and the moment I realized the version I was chasing wasn't actually working. There's a version of success most of us are taught to want. It sounds reasonable, even admirable. A good career, financial security, recognition, a family that looks intact, at least from the outside. And for a long time, I believed in that version completely. I truly bought into it. Until one day, I was sitting in my driveway in my dream car, outside my dream home. And I was crying. I was distraught. Not quietly emotional, not reflective. I was in visceral pain. And what confused me the most was this: nothing was really wrong. I had followed the rules that people had given me. I'd done everything right. I checked every box that I was supposed to check. And yet something in me just knew from this primal place in me that this wasn't it. At that moment, cracked something open in me. Because what I realized wasn't that success was bad. It was that I had confused achievement with alignment, and they are not the same thing. Most people think success means adding more responsibility, more productivity, more resilience, more capacity. But what no one tells you is that for many high achieving people, productivity becomes a form of numbing. We think the most common way people avoid pain is through substances, drugs, and alcohol. But the most socially rewarded way to numb is busyness. I'll stay so busy, I won't have time to think, I won't have time to feel. I'll stay needed so I don't have to sit with myself. I'll stay impressive so no one questions me, including myself. And the problem is, society rewards this. That's not helpful. You get praised, you get promoted, you get validated, but your nervous system never gets rest. You are always on. And there is an end to that. Here's what I started to see, both in myself, in my clients, and the people around me. The more we chase success without alignment, the more we overfunction in relationships, take responsibility that isn't ours, confuse secret sacrifice with love, confuse exhaustion with meaning. We become very good at holding everything together and very, very disconnected from ourselves. And at some point, your body starts asking for something different. It starts to object through anxiety, through resentment, through fatigue, through a quiet sense of emptiness that you just can't explain, can't put your finger on. That moment in my driveway that I was having that pain, it wasn't a failure. It was feedback. What I eventually understood is this: true success is not how much you can carry. It's how well you can stay with yourself. Alignment became my new definition of success. And alignment looks like making decisions you can consent to internally, slowing down even when no one is forcing you to, letting go of roles that require you to abandon yourself, being honest about what no longer fits. And here's the part people resist the most. Alignment often requires subtraction, not addition. Less explaining, less proving, less managing other people's emotions, more listening inward rather than outward. I want to give you something actionable here, not just insight. The next time you feel that internal pressure to push, to pull, to fix, to perform, I want you to try this. I want you to pause, drop your shoulders down, take one slow inhale, and ask yourself this question. If I weren't trying to be impressive right now, if I wasn't trying to prove something to someone, what would be true for me? Not what would look good, not what would keep the peace. What would be true for me? And this matters. See if you can honor yourself even 10% according to the truth you hear from within you. This is how alignment begins. One tiny moment of pausing to ask this question quietly, incrementally, with consent. What I want you to hear clearly is that you don't need to burn your life down to be aligned. You don't need to quit everything to begin. You do need to stop calling the self-abandonment success, because real success doesn't cost you yourself. It steadies you. It softens you. It feels light and free. It makes your relationships cleaner, not heavier. And when success comes from that place, that connected, aligned place, it actually lasts. It actually feeds itself and gives you the experience of being whole and fulfilled. Now, if this episode resonated with you, I want you to know this. You're not broken. You're not failing. And you're not behind. You may just be ready for a different definition of success. If you'd like to continue this conversation, you're welcome to leave a review. It genuinely helps this podcast reach people who need it. And if something stirred quietly in you while listening, you can also reply to my email or reach out through the Love Clarity space. Until next time, choose the love that heals over the one that hurts.